What up though, YouTube? It's Snooze You Lose back with another fire video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. One time for the grind. In this video, I was looking at this article and it's talking about what is fentanyl and why is it behind the deadly surge in US drug overdoses. A medical toxicologist explains. So, as always, we're going to look at the writer of the article and then you'll see what it says. Buying drugs on the street is a game of Russian roulette. From Xanax to cocaine, drugs or counterfeit pills purchased in non-medical settings may contain life-threatening amounts of fentanyl. Physicians like me have seen a rise in unintentional fentanyl use from people buying prescription opiates and other drugs laced or alterated with fentanyl. Heroin users in my community in Massachusetts came to realize that fentanyl had entered the drug supply when overdose numbers exploded. In 2016, my colleagues and I found that patients who came to the emergency department reporting a heroin overdose often only had fentanyl present in their drug test results. So, this right here, this is a huge pandemic. A huge pandemic. I used to live in West Virginia, and I seen a lot of people using fentanyl. Not knowing they're using fentanyl. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe some of them knew they was using fentanyl, or fentanyl was in the drug that they was using. But this is nothing to joke around with. This is very serious. So this is why I'm bringing it to you guys, because we have to be aware of what fentanyl is. And anyone out there who's struggling with drug issues, I'm going to bring to light, maybe I can help the next person to understand how bad fentanyl is. And that's the point of this video. Now, as they talk more about fentanyl, fentanyl is a synthetic opiate that was originally developed as an analgesic or painkiller for surgery. It has a specific chemical structure with multiple areas that can be modified, often accurately, to form related compounds with marked differences in potency. I just feel bad for everybody who's going through this issue dealing with fentanyl. And as we scroll down a little more, they're going to talk about the rise in the deaths. Lacing or replacing drugs with fentanyl. Drug dealers have used fentanyl analogs as an alternate in assisted drug supplies since 1979. That's a long time ago. It's 2022. They're talking about fentanyl been in the drugs since 1979. With fentanyl related overdose or clustered in individual cities. The modern epidemic of fentanyl authorization is far broader in its geographic distribution. Production and number of deaths, overdose deaths, roughly quadrupled, going from 8,050 in 1999 to 33,091 in 2015. From May 2020 to April 2021, more than 100,000 Americans died. Do you see that? Do you guys see that? More than 100,000. This is definitely just like the crack epidemic. But it seems like it might be worse. Seems like more people are losing their life. I know the public handle it different from the crack epidemic, because crackheads were thrown in jail and treated like animals. The crackheads, not the dealers, the people who are struggling with mental health problems and addiction, they were treated like criminals. Now, the people who are struggling, they're treated like mental health patients, which is how they should be treated, and which is how the crackheads should have been treated. These people have problems, they're struggling, they need help, and jail is not going to help them. Okay, so we was right here with over 64% of these deaths due to synthetic opiate, like fentanyl and its analogs. And here's a video. And here's more. Fentanyl is both sold alone and often used as a alternate because its high potency allows dealers to traffic smaller quantities but maintain the drug effects buyers expect. Yeah, because it's so potent. So I don't know how heroin works because I never had it, never seen it, never been around it. So I don't really know how it goes. But I will say, if you can get a little tiny amount of heroin and it kills you, or it's just as potent as like a big quality amount, you should know something's wrong, because there's no way a small amount can be just as potent as a big amount. So there's something there that tells you something's wrong and it's not right. Okay, now this one is titled Preventing Fentanyl Deaths. As an emergency physician, I give fentanyl as an analgesic or painkiller to relieve severe pain in the acute care settings. See, that's the problem. If the doctors keep giving people fentanyl for a painkiller, it's just like any opiate. These people are going to become addicted and they're going to abuse it because it's made to keep you addicted. I'm just glad all of this is coming to light and everybody sees what the danger of fentanyl, and hopefully this can help other people that's around an environment where people are using fentanyl. You just have to understand that this is a dangerous drug and it will kill you. If you're not careful, it can take you out. So yes, let's just hope these pharmaceutical companies can get some kind of responsibility for what they've done to all these people. I understand they got the lawsuits and families have won settlements and all that, but it got to get off the street. But at this point, yeah, it's hard to say that it's going to be off the street anytime soon. So this is a problem that's been happening since 1979, as they said, and it's 2022. So I don't see this issue going anywhere. I'm just glad that it's in the light now. People see what's going on, and hopefully people can make changes and find other ways to deal with pain without using opiates. Because opiates, they're not here to help you. They're here to get you addicted, just like alcohol, just like the ganja and everything else that's meant to get you addicted in this world. But this is going to wrap this video up. And like I always say, I'll see you guys later.